Hello, friends. Today we will talk about a very important topic. What is that topic? Our attitude towards our work, right? Mm, I've been in many career coaching sessions, especially one-on-ones. One of the most common threads that I find is the complaining mindset that people carry, right? Okay, my office is this, my office is bad, my work is like this, my work is not so good. Oh, my boss is like this, my colleagues are like this, blah, 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 blah. The list is endless. Let me tell you a story I heard from a great motivational speaker that I follow. His name is Ramesh Arwan. He's also a very famous South Indian actor who's been acting for the last 20 years and he's done TED Talks and wonderful speaker, wonderful motivational speaker. I'm a big fan of his speeches. In one of his speeches, he says, what defines our attitude towards work? Apparently, there was a construction happening, the construction of a temple. There were three people who were who were doing the physical labor. One person, was complaining. Oh my goodness, uh, it's so hard in this hot sun. I have to lift all the stones. I have to crack the stone. Oh my God, it's such a terrible experience. The other person was gratitude. Well, okay, I'm so happy and grateful that God has given me this job. I can feed myself and my family. And there was a third person who was like really excited, right? I am building this big temple which is going to house so many deities and so many people are going to come. What is the common thread here? It's the same work, right? It is the same work everybody is doing. Uh, but the attitude of three different people will make them feel different about the same work they are doing, right? So in our in our work, if if things are not going the way it should, probably it's time to introspect what is the attitude that we have towards that work. Do we really love that work, or do you really look at that work as a service or a worship, or do you complain that work is a burden? I will tell you something from my personal experience, right? I have a friend of mine who drives a cab. He started from probably the worst economic situation possible. His father's farm was not yielding crops, not yielding food, and he had three sisters to get married off. So he was working as a waiter and a cleaner in a restaurant. Then, unfortunately, one day, one of the scheduled weddings of his sister was cancelled by his own aunt. So, in a sense, his sister was supposed to marry his aunt's son, and the aunt's son said, My sons are driving big cars, and your status is not equal to us." This really turned the fire in my friend. He said, "Come what may, I will drive. I will drive so well that my family will become prosperous and abundant. I'll make sure that all of my family members and myself will have a luxurious life." He started as a cleaner. He started as a cleaner and slowly he started driving for 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, sometimes even 12 hours a day. For almost 20 years, he drove, and drove so many miles in his car that he tells me that it's only in the last 5 years he started sleeping well. Otherwise, he would sleep like what we call as a you know quick nap or a short nap. Whenever the customer is away, just take a short nap and then okay, back to work. So for him, he says, my driving is my worship, or is a way similar to me going to a temple or praying. So this gives me food, right? So his attitude clearly defines that what the famous English proverb, right? Work is worship. So my friends, the takeaway from today's video is that let us approach our work with worship as much as possible. If not, at least with a sense of gratitude. And you see changes that is going to happen in your workplace. Things will settle down, all your relationships will be smooth, you'll see your success. All you need to change is our mindset. As I say, it's everything in the mind. Until next time, take care.